Happy lunch hour, guys. Okay, Thursday. So, reason number, insert number here, why we all need to continue to protect ourselves. Because ain't nobody else going to do it. All right. None of us like to pay taxes. Okay. And as many of you remind me all the time that, you don't own your house, you still have to pay taxes on it, all that bullshit. Okay. Yeah, I kind of don't mind paying those taxes for the simple reason that my property taxes are what pay for my police force and my road maintenance. And I've talked about that all the time before. But, for those of you who want to disagree with me, the little X up in the right-hand corner is calling your name. This is the thing. We've heard defund the police, defund the police. And obviously, that's not going over too well with the public, okay? Because you just look at what happened out in California. They just recalled one of these Soros-appointed DAs, and, the Gascon down in LA looks like he's going to get recalled, and, the progressive candidates are losing in primaries, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, right? Okay. But very stealthily, something that hasn't been talked about by anybody is happening to defund the police. Police cars run on gasoline. Cities, counties, your local police department, your sheriff's department, whatever it is, have a budget, and they have to run within, they can't print money, so they have to run with the amount of money they have. And each one of these police departments has a fuel budget. Now, as fuel prices go up for us, fuel prices go up for the PD too. Michigan, that great bastion with, Gretchen Whitmer up there running the state. Isabella County. I'm guessing it's not, most of you aren't familiar with where that is. It's not Detroit or anything like that. Their sheriff has now told their officers to manage whatever calls they can over the phone. Okay. Now they're saying that doesn't include crime in progress or, life-threatening calls or something, or ones that require evidence collection. But if you have an issue, your house is broken into or something like that, whatever it would be, there's a stalker out in the yard, there's gangbangers running up and down the street, who knows, there's a pervert standing there, flashing people, whatever, okay? Handle that over the phone. I could just see that. Police, help. Can you send somebody out here? Somebody's watching my daughter while she's outside playing basketball in the driveway. Sure, Mrs. Jones. Could you please go take the phone over to the pervert and we'll talk to him? Yeah. Okay. This is what it is. The sheriff has said they've used 96% of their fuel budget already this year. Okay, fiscal year. Their fiscal year ends the end of September. So they have 4% of their money left to use between now and the end of September. So what does that mean for the folks in Isabella County? That means there won't be any police on the road. And people go, yay, no speeding tickets, right? Sure, okay. No, that's not the deal, all right? It also means the criminals can find this out real quick. Hey, if there's no cops on the streets, cool, we can do whatever we want. Somebody can make a phone call. And I mean, as we know, most police departments anymore are reactionary, not proactive anymore in policing because, all the governments have tied their hands that they can't do anything to prevent crime. They can only take reports on crime that's already happened. I mean, y'all know the stories. Countless people have told me stories. You guys have told me stories. Something has happened, an ex, a boyfriend, a girlfriend, a neighbor, something like that, and they call the cops, and the cops say, well, once they do something, then we can do something about it. And so, my answer is always, sure, once my kid is killed in my front yard, then you'll do something about it. Okay, I hope you can, wave a magic wand and bring the kid back to life too. But that's beside the point. But this is something that, can we get our wishes without the people realizing it? I mean, the left has wanted defund the police here for a couple of years now. And they want all the fights between all of the people. I mean, y'all are seeing it just like I am. The road rage, the just lack of civility amongst the population right now. But what better way to defund the police stealthily? I'm sorry. We gave you your budget. We can't help gas prices. If you spent too much, in the wintertime, it's not the politicians' fault. Right. And I can see Debbie Stabenow, the one of the congresswomen up in Michigan. I drove all the way to Washington, D.C. in my electric car. I passed every gas station that laughed, right? Yeah. I can see the next thing she's going to come out and say, well, maybe the police department needs to start buying electric vehicles. Right, okay? Because they don't have the budget to pay for gasoline, but hey, let's go out and buy ourselves a whole bunch of Teslas or something like that for the cops. I can't see a high-speed chase going on in a Prius too well. It reminds me of seeing some of the NYPD driving around in little smart cars in an effort to save gasoline for the city. I mean, talk about stupid, but, hey, okay, so be it. But this is where it's coming to, guys. And we don't think about this. What if the police aren't there? Okay? Even now, the fact that they're only report writers for the most part, or writing speeding tickets or doing whatever, which, of course, adds to the city's coffers anyway. At least they're there. And the criminals know they're there, that there might be eyes watching them. But if there's no gasoline, the criminals know flat out, hey, the cops are all at the donut shop because they can't drive their car. And now we can do whatever the hell we want because we know there's no cops around. This is another thing that people don't think about. We've all talked, every channel, myself, you name it, news channel, homesteading channels, prepper channels, whatever, have all talked about, everything you touch uses diesel, blah, 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 blah. But we don't start thinking about the effects of gasoline too. Okay, Angry Prepper touched on one time about fire trucks and diesel. It's a great point. I'd never thought about that. But then I saw this today about gasoline. I had never thought about it either. Just something you guys might want to think about the next time you leave your house. There might not be a cop around when you walk into the grocery store, Walmart, 7-Eleven, whatever. Because if some guy decides, hey, this is a good time to do an armed robbery, he knows no cops are coming. Just look at Buffalo. That was a grocery store. How many people died? Because there wasn't a good guy with a gun around. Make sure you keep your eyes open, your head on a swivel, and your pocket full. Have a good afternoon. Pinball out.